everyone! So shooting from home today instead of the Pilates studio, as we're all on lockdown these days. So I have an at-home mat workout for you using some small props. I'll be using a foam roller, some light weights, and a stretch band. And hopefully get us moving, which we could all use right now. So let's go ahead and start with the foam roller. I'm going to take it standing on end out in front and placing the hands on top, feet a little wider than the hips, and we're going to hinge forward with a flat back here. I'm going to inhale here and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, and on this exhale I'm going to round the back, tail under, belly in. Deep breath here. Back to that flat back position, hinging at the hips. And one more time, inhale and exhale, scoop the belly, round the back. And take it back into the tabletop flat back here. Go ahead and take a couple of hip swings side to side, loosen up the hip joints. And then let's take it into a little side lunge, bending the knee, center and knee. Just getting the inner thighs stretched a bit. And one more each side. Good, and let's go ahead and scoop the belly in, round the back, roll all the way up. And let's stretch the calves out a bit. Take a lunge, toes pointing straight ahead, hips square to the front, back heel to the floor if you can get it there, keeping the back leg straight. And change sides. All right, go ahead and let's lay the roller lengthwise on the floor. Go ahead and sit your tail all the way to the front and walk yourself down the center here so your head is resting on the roller. And let's take palms up, arms out to the sides. Let the chest and the shoulders open. Deep breath, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And let's just rock it out a little bit side to side, shoulder to shoulder. And take it back to center. Keep the feet a little bit wider than the hips so you have a good base of balance support here. And go ahead and reach your arms up to the ceiling. And we're going to take an inhale breath and reach the fingers up towards the ceiling. So you're drawing your shoulders away from the floor. And then reverse that and draw the shoulders back as if your scapula are wrapping around the roller. And inhale to reach. And exhale to lower. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. Let's take two more of those. Reach it up, nice and wide across the upper back, and exhale, draw it in. And one more time, inhale, and exhale, draw it back. Bring those arms down to the floor, and then let's just go ahead and roll ourselves up to the side and turn it the wide direction so we can get a nice upper back stretch here. So we're going to start with it just at the base of the shoulder blades and taking the hands behind the head and neck for support. Lift the tail off the ground. We're going to roll the roller up towards the top of the shoulders and then just back to the mid back. Not going into the low back on this, just keeping it mid to upper. And go ahead and bring your seat to the floor. You can bring your feet in closer to your seat there. And then we're just going to take a nice stretch over the roller. And then nod the head, chin to the chest. And one more time. Stretch over the roller, elbows nice and wide. And draw the chin into the chest here. All right, let's go ahead and sit on the top of the roller. And we're going to roll out our hips and glutes a little bit. So let's go ahead and cross the left leg over the right. Take your weight into the left hip, so you're into the fleshy part of the glute there. And we're going to roll just a couple inches on and off. Getting them nice and loosened up for some glute work to come. And go ahead and change. Cross the other leg over. Take your weight into the right hip this time. And roll it a couple inches forward and back. You find a little sore spot there. Go ahead and spend a little extra time if you need it. On off there. All right, let's go ahead and bring the roller out in front of us, and we're going to place the arches of our feet on the top. So hip width apart with the feet. We're going to go ahead and get into a prep for a bridge here. So the roller is going to add a little bit of extra glute work, extra hamstring work, and a little more balance and core challenge as well. So I like to use it for that reason. So we're going to keep the arms on the floor. We're going to inhale here. As we exhale, draw the belly in. We're going to rock the pelvis towards the face. Continue to lift the hips up to the ceiling. Good. We're going to take an inhale at the top here. Exhale and roll down. Upper back first. Keep that tail under so you can really melt the low back into the floor, and then you're just going to release to your relaxed neutral here. And again, inhale and exhale, rock the pelvis back, feel the low back press into the floor first, continue to peel up bone by bone. Inhale here and exhale, slowly peel down, one bone at a time, until your tail is on the floor. Okay, two more. Inhale, exhale, rock the pelvis back, squeeze the glutes, lift the hips. Inhale, and exhale to lower. One more here. Inhale here at the top. Exhale, slowly peel down, one bone at a time. Take your time. Lengthen out the spine as you go. And release back to neutral. Go ahead and place your feet just flat on the floor. And if you have your hand weights, go ahead and grab those. And we're going to continue with some bridging using some upper body work at the same time. So go ahead and take your weights up. So arms are up to the ceiling. And instead of articulating through the spine, we're going to just straight lift up into a bridge. So I'm going to keep my spine neutral, or you can think like a flat back if that makes more sense. And you're going to just press the hips straight up. Keep the glutes engaged, and we're going to take the arms out to the side, a little bit rounded. and bring them together. Inhale as you open, exhale as you round. This is like a hug a tree motion. Keep engaging your glutes. Keep lifting your hips away from the floor. And reaching the hips up to the ceiling. Good. Go ahead and keep the bridge lifted here. We're going to keep the palms up and lift the arms up to the ceiling. No higher than shoulder height though. To the hips and up to the ceiling. To the hips and up to the ceiling. Don't let those hips drop. Let's take 3 more, and 1, and 2, last one, and 3. Good, go ahead and turn the hands so your palms are facing each other. Let's take a nice inhale, and as we lower, let's go ahead and roll through the spine, articulating one bone at a time. And release. Go ahead and put the weights to the side, but just have them in reach so we can use them later here. So we're going to take the legs to a tabletop position, and we're going to take an inhale, place the hands next to the knees, and exhale, curl up, head, neck, and shoulders. We're going to extend the left leg and bend the right leg. We're going to take 2 pulses with the right leg, 1 and 2, and switch. 1 and 2, and switch. 1, 2, and 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's take 3 more. 1, and 2, and 3. Bring the knees in, take a deep breath, exhale, and roll the head and neck down to the floor. Relax the head and neck. Roll out your back a little bit side to side. Good, and back to center here. All right, we're going to take our hand weights, and we're just going to take a little variation on that exercise that we just did. We're going to add a little tricep work with it this time. So we'll start in tabletop, and we're going to start with arms bent, elbows on the floor, and we're going to curl head, neck, and shoulders off and extend one leg. As we switch legs, we're going to press the weights to the floor and back up. And just keep breathing throughout this. Inhale and exhale. Five more. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Good. Bring the weights to the floor, hands below the knees, and let your head and neck rest on the floor. All right, let's rock the back out a little bit side to side. And we'll come on up and take ourselves to a side plank here. Go ahead and place your right arm on the floor. You're going to press out of that shoulder, make space between your ribs and the floor here. Go ahead and take the legs out together but a little bit in front of you. And we're going to take a parallel leg lift for 10 here. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Turn it out so the toes are pointing up towards the ceiling. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep that rotation in the leg, and we're going to take small circles, 10 each direction. And reverse. Keep the hips stacked one on top of the other here. Okay, and we're going to bring the legs together, bend the knees, and make it such that your heels are in line with your seat here. And you're going to take your hand weight, just have it near you so you're ready to use it. We're going to start with a clam first here, keeping the insides of the feet together and just hinging open. And let's add the hand weight this time for a little rotator cuff work. Keep the elbow pinned into the side here. It's like you have 2 door hinges, opening and closing. And hopefully your hip is burning about now. Okay, 2 more here. All right, go ahead and place the weight on the floor. We're gonna stretch that hip out. So we're gonna do like a little pigeon stretch here. Or you can take a double stag with the legs, that works well too. And keep the front leg bent. Back leg can be bent, or you can straighten it out if you wish. And we're gonna just forward stretch to get into that hip and glute. And we're going to change sides and repeat that sequence. So we are on the right side this time. Okay, so stacked parallel legs. Press out of that shoulder, create space between your rib and your hip. And give me 10 leg lifts here. Good, and rotate the toe up towards the ceiling. Six, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Point the toe, keep that rotation outward, 10 little circles. Keep pressing out of that shoulder. Reverse, and keep reaching that leg long out of your hip and pelvis. And go ahead and bend the knees, bring the heels in line with the seat. Go ahead and have your weight handy nearby, starting with the clams first. And let's go ahead and add the weight. Hinge and close. Hinge and hinge. Good. All right. Let's go ahead and stretch that hip out. And we'll take the right leg in the front, left leg back, and stretch forward. And place the elbows on the floor if you want a little deeper stretch here. All right, let's come come on up to all fours. And I'm in a neutral spine or a flat back position here. So my wrists are positioned under my shoulders, my knees are under my hips, and move my roller out of the way here. And I'm going to do a little Camel Cat Stretch here. So we're going to round the back, stretching like a cat. And then reverse that, tail out, lift the head and chest, and let the tummy stretch down towards the floor. And reverse. Round it up. And tail out. And again, round it up, tail under, tail out. Last one. Okay, and we're going to go back to that neutral position here. And go ahead and extend the left leg out, and then float that leg up, keeping the hips square to the floor and reaching your toes long for the wall behind you. And then bring that knee to the floor. Repeat on the other side, extend the leg, float it up, tap it down, and bring it in. This time we're going to add the opposite arm. Lift, right arm, left leg, and bring it in. And other side, left arm, right leg, keeping that neutral spine, and bring it in. And again, right arm, left leg, and bring it in. Left and right, and bring it in. We're going to take a little bit of plank work here while we're on all fours. So go ahead and extend left leg out, right leg out, left knee to the floor, and right knee to the floor. Left, right, left knee, and right knee. Push those shoulders away from the floor. As you're doing this, keep those bellies in, left and right, left, and one more, left and right, and left and right. This time as we take it out, we're going to hold our plank push-up position for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the knees down to the floor, little child's pose stretch. And go ahead and take the roller again. We're going to lay on the front side, draping the wrists over the roller, legs a little bit apart, about hip width apart, and just let the shoulders stretch and the head hang between the shoulders. I'm going to take an inhale, and as an exhale, I'm going to roll the roller towards my chest and lift my chest and upper back and draw my shoulder blades down my back, and then roll the roller forward to release. And again, shoulders roll back, chest widens, look straight ahead, neck nice and long, deep breath, and exhale, roll it out. This time as we roll it in, we're going to keep that lifted swan position and add some swimmer kicks here. And inhale on a few, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale, inhale, and exhale, inhale, exhale. Point the feet so you're tightening the backs of the legs and the glutes. Inhale, and exhale. And one more time. Inhale and exhale. And lower the legs down, stretch it out. And go ahead and roll the roller towards you. And we're going to do a little thread the needle stretch to stretch the shoulders. So we're going to take the roller by your side. Go ahead and place your right hand on the floor, left arm behind your right. On top of the roller, you're going to rotate your torso, bringing your shoulder and your ear towards the floor. And then bring it back. And again, deep breath, exhale, roll, twist. And bring it back. Other side. Place the left hand on the floor, right hand behind the left. On top of the roller, rotate. Bring the ear down towards the floor. And bring the roller back in. Great stretch for behind the shoulder here. And roll it back in. And we'll take the roller out of the way. Go ahead and grab your stretch band. We'll finish with a little stretching before we go here. Turn around. Place the right foot in the band. Roll myself down to the floor. Take the right leg up. Keeping it as straight as I can. Not worrying about how far I can pull it, but how straight I can keep my leg. And we'll take a little lift and lower. Flex the foot, lowering the heel towards the floor, and bring it up. Lead with the heel, and bring it up. Stretch, and release. Stretch, and release. Stretch, and release. One more, and stretch, and release. And go ahead and straighten out your left leg. We'll bring the right leg down and across. Grab the band with your left hand, right arm on the floor for balance. And stretch the outer hip and thigh, IT band. Bring that leg back up. Change feet. Keep that leg nice and straight. And we'll take some lift and lowers, leading with the heel. And up. And lower. And up. And lower. Up. And go ahead and extend out the right leg. Take the left down and across. And stretch that hip out. And bring it in. Take the foot out of the band. Go ahead and hug the knees into the chest. And there you go. Hope you had a nice stretch, and we'll see you again next time. Bye.